Hey, what's happening, gamers? How's everybody doing? I just got hit with a rock. It's on! So welcome back. This is the second Batman stream of the day. And my controller stopped working. That's new. There it goes. Okay, we're fine. We're fine now here then. So we gotta do some gardening for Ivy or whatever, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Originally the plan with this series was what we were gonna do is we were just gonna do the story. Plans have changed a little bit because we can't afford to get a new game that we were gonna look at for the Switch until Donkey Kong comes out. So I'm going to be doing more with Arkham because I can get through the side stories and the main story at the same time. Which is why I started doing Man-Bat and other things yesterday. The Zelda series will just keep going at its pace to finish the story, and that's still going to take like 20 or probably 20 live streams. But the Batman thing will do not the Riddler trophies. We're not doing the Riddler trophies. If I do some by accident, that's fine. But we'll be doing Professor Pig, Penguin. We'll do all that stuff, but not Riddler. I don't have the patience for Riddler. We'll do that, and then hopefully be able to pick up a game in July before Donkey Kong to do something else. But my funds are limited right now. I was asked by the person who is now working with this channel if you guys would like to test the Super Chat, but don't go crazy. We just need to see if it works. And if it gives you an error or something, then I need to report that error to the network manager. So, if you guys want to try, you can. Just know that if it doesn't work and your bank account gets charged, I wouldn't do a super big Super Chat. We're just trying to test to see if it works. Memberships were paused for a while. I think memberships are working again. But I'm still monetizing videos off camera every once in a while. There's a lot of videos to monetize. It's going to take me weeks to get all the videos remonetized correctly. It's the one bad thing about switching YouTube companies is it's so much work to get everything back up and running again after several weeks. It's super annoying.
Burning bat symbols. What is that? Some kind of SOS or something?
Riddler's annoying like always? Yeah, of course it is.
It's your lucky day, Bruce. I've trailed one of Penguin's trucks to the Falcone shipping yard.
Good work, Dick. I'll track it on foot. It'll lead us back to another one of Penguin's hidden caches and more of his weapons. You'll see me if I try and follow the truck to the Batmobile.
This is the life. Truck full of guns, warehouse full of cash. You think I almost went to work for
Harvey's guys are out there robbing banks and there's no one left to stop them. I know where I'd rather be.
We'll get her. Hey, Lenny. Is that you? Oh, God, it's him! The frickin' bat!
Am I still working on the video? I have to redo the video because all the audio doesn't work anymore. Because I was demanding in the video that they release my channel or I'll seek litigation against them. Can't really do that now because they released the channel. So that's moot. I went off on a tangent yelling at them and saying I was going to get the police involved and a bunch of other stuff. So now I need to come at it as a more rational approach because, you know, I used my leverage already. I'm out. So now I need to redo the video so that it comes across as more benevolent and less angry man screaming at cloud. Because I was pretty mad. Also swore a lot, so I want to redo it. Amber just was like, what? So, yeah.
Next time I hear from you, it better be good news.
I think Amber wants me to redo the video, and I want to redo it, so.
He's gone.
I have to come at it more of like a, instead of an emotional approach, I need to look at it as more like a, just the facts of the case.
Good thinking.
Explain what happened, explain that they did release, but they still haven't paid, and keep it like that.
We could outrun him. He never had a chance of catching us. Told you he couldn't keep up.
Sorry to hear that. No, it's fine. I mean, I have more stuff to use for fuel for a video now because it follows what happened in 2014 exactly. They took a week to respond to people. Now they're responding to people. So now I think they're using a burner phone because they didn't tell anybody where they were going or what was happening. They just disappeared for a week, and now suddenly they're interviewing partners and saying, no, don't leave, don't leave. And they're getting rid of the troublemakers. Like, I was the first partner they kicked out, and then I'll tell you what they did to the channel, just for fun. This is a fun story. So, in my video, I'm going to post a screenshot. When we got let go from Nagato,
Penguin
they
is
started
using
to
the
block
Silenus
and
Industries
claim
building
all
as a
our
front for
videos
one
so
of
we
his
couldn't be a
weapons
YouTube
caches.
partner ever again.
I'll take point.
I
It's
happen to
before
be
Universe.
online
My
with
entrance
YouTube
understated,
support
as always.
over in the UK, and I gave them a screenshot and I said Nagato just blocked 800 of my videos, and they claimed over 17,000 videos. I can never join another network or be a YouTuber again. Like, they screwed me over. And the UK guy's like, one sec, he says, can you give me a screenshot so I have proof of what they're doing? He says, yeah, no, a network can't do that. So over the span of the next 2 hours, that guy did something that released all their bogus claims of them claiming all my content that I ever did as Nagato's content. So they are slime balls. But, you know, we're signed in with a new company. We're slowly remonetizing, but yeah, that was slimy. I've never had that happen before. Even for Ella Digital, when they released my channel, they didn't go that far.
I heard Two-Face is looking
That's
for
like a
Mac.
Maker Studios tactic.
What's the deal? He's taking down all the banks in Gotham.
Like, that's really, really sus. That does not make them look like this was an accident. You know what I mean? That tells me right there that there's intent to ruin my channel. So I'm gonna have to reapproach this whole video because before I had this kind of like alleged suspicions of them doing stuff. Now I don't allegedly think anything. I think they did do it. So everything has to be redone. Yep. I'm not gonna post this on my Twitter, but I'll show you guys. If you go to the community tab, let's see if YouTube lets me post this picture on my community tab. I can show you that they block stuff. Image. And I'll take it down after people take a quick look at it.
Look at this. Bombs on the streets, guns on the buildings. Where these militia boys come from?
Nagato copyright, Nagato. Is this the one that says blocked? Is it copyright 3? Is this... The only reason I'm a little bit more calmer now, I still haven't been paid, but I have the potential of making money with this new company. Okay, there we go. So this is it. It's copyright number 3. Let's see if YouTube lets me post it. Bam. So if you go to the...
Man, this whole city's a mess.
If you go to the community tab real quick, you will see a picture and the time in question when they did this, which was 6 in the morning. So I had to work with a YouTube partner manager overseas to get all my videos unblocked. So just so you can see that I'm saying, what I'm saying is true, but I'm not posting that on my Twitter. I'll take it down in a minute. I just want people to get a visual of what I'm saying, and then I'm taking it down because I'm going to save that for my video. Do you guys see where it says blocked? Community tab on YouTube, Kwings Let's Plays. There's a giant picture there that's not staying, so look at it while you can, because I'm going to take it down in 5 minutes. Do you see where it says blocked videos?
No way he's getting in here. Those guns will cut him in half.
They were claiming my cat shorts live streams, things like that. You guys see it?
2 guns against 1 bat. I think we're okay in here. I still owe the bat for breaking.
You don't see the picture on the community tab?
I was eating through a straw for
That's weird.
weeks. Anyone even mention
Never heard of that happening.
I feel queasy.
Yeah, people have seen it.
I heard Nightwing's in town. That's all we need. Another freak in a mask.
That's messed up, somebody wrote. Yeah, but I can't keep this up very long, so see it while you can, because I have to take it down.
Penguin's giving his orders. All we gotta do is follow him.
I should drop in and pay them a visit.
Let me know if you need any. He won't come here.
Yep, so that's what they did to my videos. So I was the first channel that they released, and then they released about 20 other channels. And then they basically frantically begged their really big channels to stay, from what I've heard.
Damn right I am. Your stretch was like a cakewalk compared to mine.
So they can keep stealing money from them.
Maybe you're just sore you don't
Because
get
they're
to snuggle
stupid.
up to that big hunk of man no more.
Funny. Real funny.
You hold those big channels? Yeah, they're going to stay. It's only the channels that were involved with... I have to change the name of the network. Let's call it Stupendous Network. Only former Stupendous Network people like us were in Nagato. And me and we'll call him Ned got them out. And moved over to somewhere else.
Yeah, mine too. Just shut your mouth.
Only a handful of us came to the Portugal one. Some people went to the Istanbul one.
I still owe the bat for breaking
That's
my
what I know
jaw
from
in
that.
Iceberg Lounge. I was eating through a straw for weeks. Anyone even mention soup? I feel
Because they think they can take the hit, but they can't take the hit every month. Because what's going to happen is, what I'm saying is, this situation is very similar to what happened with Foxhole and Ferrella Digital, where they realized that people were making noise, and they needed people to stop making noise, so they started to email people and reassure them that everything was okay. And then after that, they started to steal the next ones. And then eventually, you know, the partners all got wise and were demanding they be released, and they left. So there was no way to release their channels. They actually left the thing entirely. They were gone. It's very messed up. Yep. Very sneaky.
Penguin's giving his orders. All we
Yeah, but like I said, guys, I had to erase that picture, so you just have to wait until my video. My video will probably go up next week, because I'm super busy right now, and, you know, I can't even get down to the police right now, because I have all my energy is spent remonetizing our channel, because if I don't remonetize our entire channel, it could go down to making less than even, like, what a DoorDasher would make.
I still owe the bat for breaking my
So
jaw in the Iceberg Lounge.
we have to,
I was eating through a straw
we have to
for
like
weeks.
remonetize
Anyone
thousands
even
and
mention
thousands and
soup?
thousands
I
of
feel
videos.
queasy.
We have 2,100 shorts. I think that's the correct way of saying that. We have 9,000 uploads, and then we have oh wait, no, we have 6,000 uploads, and then we have 12,000 live streams.
All we gotta do is follow him.
So the live streams are going to take the longest. But I can only do 1,000 videos
2 guns against 1 bat.
it would take me, because I can't even do 500 videos a day remonetizing.
I heard Nightwing's in town. That's all we need. Another freak in a mask.
But yeah, what you have to understand is plans change. So while I would have loved to release the video right away, my plan was to help people get out of the network, get myself out of the network, get somewhere else, start making money over there, and then change my attack plan later. That's you know, what it was.
try not to make you look too bad.
You're too crazy. If you tell yourself I can't, you know.
Keep 'em coming, Nightwing. You knocked him out.
So, again, could somebody send a small super chat to see if it works? We have to test that feature. Are you getting an error message? Is it saying this channel can't accept eligibility for super chats? Like, what's it saying? Can somebody give me feedback? Because I think memberships are working again. Your membership should be on pause, but I don't know if the super chats are working.
I can't remember when I had this much fun.
I'm gonna mess you up. I thought you'd be better.
Nice shot.
Forgot how well we work together.
I hadn't. I only work with the best.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't get any ideas, Bruce. It's not permanent. I like the new job too much, you know? The work's good, I get
That's
to decide
fine,
my own
Jacob
hours,
hates
and best
K-Wing.
of all, there's no boss
I hope you
looking
enjoy
over
the
my
police
shoulder.
coming to your house, buddy. Because you and those Reddit people are super sus, man. Thanks for basically giving me an invitation to investigate Reddit. I appreciate that. I figured you guys have been behind stuff for a long time. Have fun getting indicted. Well, it's true. I mean, if they're claiming ownership to a lot of the attacks that they've done to us. Okay, guys, hold up, hold up. We're just... Don't do any more. I'm going to talk with the network people and see if it works.
Promise me, when we finally catch up with Penguin, I get some one-on-one time. He needs reminding Bloodhaven's off limits.
I love how he claimed ownership that it was Reddit. That's awesome. Screenshot that. So now he's just made Reddit liable. Cool. Thanks for that. I have no idea what you just think. You have no idea what you just think you done. Dumbass.
I haven't seen Robin around tonight. You know, I still think of him as the new guy. Couldn't have been easy for him, you know, coming in after what happened, but kid's got a lot of heart.
Oh yeah, he just claimed that Reddit was responsible for a lot of the stuff. I mean, I didn't say it, he said it. That's pretty damning right there. I didn't say it. If he was smart, he'd be like, people on the internet are laughing at you. No, he told me it's coming from Reddit. That's perfect. That's just what the detective needs. I thank him for his honesty.
I should back away from the vault. I'll be too close.
That makes my job so much easier.
This isn't over yet.
Thank you, Reddit.
Penguin must have at least 3 more of these caches in the
Hugs
city.
and
That equals
kisses.
a lot of guns on the street.
We'll be in touch.
It's gonna be a long night, Bruce.
I'm used to it. Just keep tracking those refrigeration trucks.
And here I thought you might give me a real challenge.
I mean, how moronic do you have to be to actually say that most of the attacks is coming from one single source? I thought it was on X and Discord and other places. I mean, that's fantastic. So now I just have to investigate Reddit even more. Works out for me.
Did you hear about the guy working with Scarecrow? Bad case of bad.
I told you, these idiots, they literally fall on their own swords. They're idiots. I've been looking for substantial, like, evidence to put a lot of these crackheads away. This is amazing. You kidding me? That made my night. Holy cow.
Was probably Blackgate, but this is top 3. Easy.
Guy was such an idiot. He also opened himself up to a lawsuit because he says I beat up my wife.
Didn't leave.
Right there. What does it say? He says I, what was that? Thank you for the content of you yelling at your phone.
Whatever else happens tonight, guys, I want you to know this was the best Halloween
Hey.
ever.
If I take Reddit down, oh my gosh. That'd be so fun. Reddit's a cesspool of hive and vility scumbags. Nobody would miss Reddit.
That's literally. Well, I find that.
Riddler's got Catwoman.
Like,
Good.
literally, like, that's the worst thing he can accuse you of is getting into a heated argument with your wife, which literally is the definition of marriage. That's literally what marriage is.
When was I yelling at my wife?
You haven't been.
I don't yell at you at a daily basis.
You weren't yelling. I mean, maybe there was a few times where we were frustrated about finances. I can't think of, I don't even know what he's talking about. But the fact that he's saying, because we got into a heated thing, like, he hasn't accused you of a crime or anything. He hasn't accused you of doing me any harm. His only thing he can accuse you of is saying you may have gotten heated one day when I was there.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's like so weird that that would be what they're obsessing about. Like, there's people who have committed actual crimes.
I can't help it if Mr. Virgin has never actually interacted with a real woman. Men and women sometimes bark at each other. That's normal, especially if they live together. That just shows me that he's an utter loser who's never actually met a real woman. Never actually interacted outside of, you know, just like casual conversation. Doesn't know what it's like to actually live together with a woman for like 19 years.
That's true. It's like if he had a real relationship with a woman, you would obviously get heated sometimes because women and men disagree. So it feels like some of these people have theoretical relationships with women in their mind, and then when like they find somebody who has an actual relationship with a woman, then they're like, oh, well, if I had a girlfriend, I would never do that. I even remember when we were first online, and people were talking to me like, how's your day going? And stuff like that, and like, there was this one person, well, actually several people, but this is why I stopped talking to people online. Because I was like, well, my husband's working all day, so, you know, I haven't been to the movies for a while. They would write stuff like, well, if I was your husband, I would take you to the movies 6 times a day, all the time. And you would never have even a moment where you felt like you weren't being taken to the movies. And I was like, oh, that's sweet. And then after a while, I realized these people are utter fools because in reality, and then that's where I kind of realized what the whole definition of white knight is. Where a white knight is like, you have a man who has a wife, and he's actually working hard to take care of his wife. He doesn't have time to go to the movies
Two-Face's
every
crew
day
is
'cause
robbing
he's
the
working
Bank of
so
Gotham
that
in
she
Chinatown.
can, you
They're
know,
not
they
getting
can
their
both
hands on 1
live.
cent of Gotham's money.
And then you have these people on the internet that are living in their mother's basement, and they're typing like, well, if I was your husband, it's like, you know, I would take you to the movies 17 times a day. It's like, well, you wouldn't be my husband because I would need somebody who has a job.
No, I just want to say this.
I'm just saying.
Hey, Reddit haters. You may be able to monetize DSP stuff, but as soon as I see you using our stuff, I'm copywriting striking your ass. Big time. Not only that, I'm going to get you guys indicted because I've been looking for a place where a lot of you guys have been congregating because I'm accusing you of swatting. So have fun with that. Have fun with the police all up in your business. Because I'm no DSP. You try to farm my content, it gets copyright strikes, son. Have fun with that. Because I'll get a notification on my dashboard that you're using my stuff. I don't believe in free speech. You take my stuff without permission, you're screwed. So go for it. Upload that stuff. I'm telling you right now, I am copyright striking you because it's my content. My face, my voice, my footage. Go for it. Let's party. Go for it. I want you to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
Either that or I'm gonna, like, monetize your stuff off your channel, claiming it. I might do that. Depending if you get more views than me, I'll just monetize your stuff. Works for me.
That's why, I mean, that's why I had to stop talking to people online, because people would always reach out to me and be like, hey, K-Wife, I want to talk to you, you're my favorite, and then they would say all this mean stuff about, like, my husband, and then they'd be like, well, if I was your husband, I would do a way better job, and it's like, I thought you liked our content together, all you are is, yeah, so it's just, I feel like there's a lot of white knights out there, which is, like, very strange. But what I find weird is, like, they're glad for... They said that they would be really nice to me if they were my husband, but that's interesting because I'm having to, like, basically, you know, today I had to do, like, they want the destruction of our channel, which means the more our channel gets destroyed, the less...
Blow it!
They said they, like, care about me and they don't care about you, but which is ironic, is the more our channel gets destroyed, the less I'm able to actually work at home. And the more I have to work brutal jobs outside of the home. I had to work in 90-degree weather
Two-Face's
today,
thugs won't
where
hear me
literally
over
there
the
was
alarm.
a heat warning.
No need to be
Yeah,
quiet.
there's a heat warning.
I can hit them
And that's
fast,
the
hit
kind of
them
stuff
hard.
I have to do to try to make money because our channel's being destroyed, yet they pretend as though they're somehow defending me when I'm the one who's having to actually go out and try to get extra money. I can't even be in the air conditioning. I'm being, like, forcing myself to go out in horrible conditions. It's just hilarious that they're lying. And I start thinking, like, the person they really hate is me, because I'm the one who's most impacted by everything.
Yep. So, like, honestly, if they do that, I'm tempted. If they're making more money off me, I'm just gonna do what Nagato did to me. I'll make a claimant, claim all their monetization, and every video they make, I'll make bank. They'll be like a side income for me. Making money off my haters? Holy crap, that's an amazing idea. I can do it too because I have a CMS. As soon as I see... DSP doesn't have a CMS, I do. So, whenever people upload his content, he can't do squat. I can. I'm a much older YouTube channel than he is. I had a CMS. I had a content management system. They are so screwed. Kwings Let's Plays is a very old channel. It was a very well-off channel too. I don't even care if YouTubers make, like, videos like, ah, this YouTuber is stealing people's ability to say stuff about him. I'll copyright their videos too. I don't have any friends anyway. What am I going to lose? Have a bunch of people mad at me? They won't be able to make content very long because I'll claim ownership of it. Oh, yes I can. Oh, yes I can. Is it the right thing to do? No, but it'd be funny.
Look, Batman, I need the money.
I legally
Hard to
can
find
do it.
honest
Yes, I
work
can.
with these disfigurements. You make a monster out of us, then you hunt us down.
I'm not like those other YouTubers. I don't play, so let's play chicken. Let's go. As soon as you do it, I'll get an alert. And I just have to click that little button. Do you want to claim copyright? Yes, I do. Done.
No, I don't know if I want to repeat what he said. So,
Another guy down, but not dead.
No, it's
right,
okay. We took a
Batman?
screenshot of it.
It's
I'm surprised the coward hasn't
try
removed
and
his channel
live
because I
by
can
the
track it.
rules.
that's what I find
I
the
used to
weirdest
have
thing. I mean,
rules,
I feel like
Batman.
all these haters are my
Now
fault.
I have the
No.
coin.
Because it's like, I used to have people try to chat with me all the time, and I thought I was like, oh, I'm trying to help the channel by being nice to the
Whoa.
viewers.
Whoops.
And then they would get to the point where they were like, oh.
Harvey
like,
might
you
feel
know.
bad about this, Batman, but we'll bring him round.
And then I had to stop chatting with people because they were crazy. Like, I used to try to respond to people on Facebook all the time, and I realized most people over there at the
Two
time,
Faces thugs won't hear me over
when
the
we were
alarm.
doing really well,
No need to
they
be quiet.
were
I can hit
insane.
them fast,
They
hit them
were
hard.
crazy.
So, let me explain to you guys. I have a copyright system in my channel because my channel is so old. Every time anybody ever does anything with my likeness or my content or my voice, something pops up and YouTube asks me if I want to take copyright action. So I have an option to give them a removal request, match it, steal their monetization, or copyright strike them. So I can either steal their monetization that they're stealing from me by, you know, trying to do stuff to me, or I can actually just, you know, copyright strike their channel. I think it would be funnier to steal their monetization from if that video gets like hundreds of thousands of views, because then I'm gonna make bank. Probably just do that to all my haters. My haters become my own employees that I don't have to pay. Oh, that is so good. You kidding me? My gosh. I don't want to have to work as hard anymore. They could actually pay for my vacation.
It's hilarious that people. I don't know. I'm just gonna go upstairs, but I just find all of this so weird. Like, literally, like, most of the things that they have to
Can't
say
argue with
don't
the
make
coin,
any sense
Batman.
at all. Like, they. Like, especially when they try to, like, talk about our relationship and our marriage, it absolutely has no. Doesn't make any
Two
sense at all.
Faces
Like,
thugs won't hear me over the alarm. No need to be quiet. I can
like
hit them
some of the
fast,
stuff
hit them
they
hard.
say is like, oh, well, Amber can't leave at any time, which is hilarious because if there's anyone who's stuck in the house, it is Luke because he can't walk.
Yeah.
Yet
there's
I'm
that.
the one who can't leave. Like, it's just so odd. Like, the stuff that they say doesn't even make any sense. And also, like, they probably...
I'll tell them how the conversation goes.
It's just
Amber,
like-
you're not allowed to use the car. Okay, I'm going out.
Yeah,
Don't
pretty
you
much.
leave. What are you gonna do about it, Hobbles? Yeah.
I'm going.
And she's gone. By the time I grab my cane and get to the door, she's gone. I forbid you to leave. Oh, she's gone. Yep. That's how
No,
that
I mean,
goes.
that's what how it worked with, like, me doing, like, delivery stuff. You were like, it's not gonna make any money. I don't think you should really do that. It's just kind of a waste of time. I was like, well, I'll see you later. I'm going out.
Yep.
Luke knows I'm stubborn.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, if that was true, that, you know, like, Amber doesn't get to do anything she wants, then why did Luke tell me not to do DoorDash and I went and did it anyway? If it's true that Luke can tell me what to do and I have to be stuck here doing whatever he says, then why have I
Thought you
constantly
might
done
show
stuff
up,
he's asked me
Batman.
not to do on a regular
We were
basis?
counting on it.
Like, regularly. It doesn't make any sense. Like, everything they say doesn't make
Look,
any sense
Batman,
at all.
I need the money. It's hard to find honest
It's just
work
so
with
weird.
That's just funny, but it's also, it's the same kid that always pretends to be you, but the fact that he, like, usually when he comes here and he pretends to be
But not
people,
dead.
I don't know where he's coming from. Is he coming from Twitter? Is he coming from Discord? Now I know it's over at Reddit. Because the last time I talked to the officer, they're like, do you have any idea where this stuff is happening? I said, it could be Twitter, could be Discord, could be this Discord, could be maybe, you know, Facebook or some type of forum site. Because I've been looking over all the Reddits that are about me. I can't find any new information. It's just all the old archive stuff.
But it's so weird that all of the bad things they say are all about how you interact with me. When what does that have to do with them? Like, I'm clearly here every day, and if there was a problem, I would just leave. So I don't really understand why. Like, I don't really understand, like, what. And what's it to them? Like, why do they care? What does that have to do with your... So, because...
Since we're making such a large withdrawal, why don't we take care of it for
like, why would it even... Why would that be a reason for people to leave the... It doesn't make any sense. Like...
Two-Face locked us in. The thugs aren't after money now. They're after me. And there's no alarm to cover the sound of my attacks.
It's just so odd that they're so obsessed with it. It's like some kind of curse or something. Like they have some kind of weird obsession.
No,
like, I don't...
It's kind of funny. But I don't want to give them any more, you know.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it anymore, but it's so weird. It's like, why did they care? If they don't like either of us, then why would they care?
Because I already told you before, they want to see you destroyed. They even said, I'm looking forward to your destruction. That's what it says. It says, and I quote,
but then why would they care if...
They're making fun of my panic attack, for one. I'm looking forward to your fall so much. We've been having so much fun on Reddit. That's why I was so excited when he said that, because usually when they come by, they don't say where they're congregating. They just say, we're having so much fun watching your demise. Now, they've given me and the police an invitation to investigate. We have a place where a lot of you like to hang out. So you are screwed now. Thank you so much.
Oh, because he put it in writing.
He put it in writing. So not only were you dumb enough to come to my channel, you left your YouTube channel up, which I can track, and you also gave me proof that you existed, as well as a place where you idiots are hanging out. Bravo! Bravo! You are so moronic. It is amazing.
Never underestimate the power of insults. Yeah, definitely, Sienna. Yeah,
all I have to do is tie you losers to the swatting, and you're royally screwed. And good luck proving that you had no association or you didn't know anybody who did it. Losers. Prove it in court. And I'm not doing a lawsuit. I'm indicting you.
Batman,
look it up.
You got this wrong. The Bank of Gotham, it launders money for the mob. Or what's left of it.
You remember the mob, right? The guys who burned half our face off because they couldn't get to you?
Now, sure, there's plenty of clean money mixed with the dirty. But what isn't tainted in this town?
So stay away from the banks. You'll regret it if you don't.
Oh, I'm not a detective. I just, like, I gather information for the police. We have an ongoing case, like 2 years now. And I just give them the information. I'm not a police officer. What I love about the internet, how stupid the internet is, they think that you have to pay for the police. They're like, good luck with all this because there's no way anyone's going to take you serious. There's an actual police case out on 150 of you losers. You're all suspects.
They already have taken it.
They've already have taken it seriously. You tried to kill us. Seriously.
Yeah.
Cash. Two-Face's crew went after the Bank of
Who do
Gotham
you
in
think I
Chinatown.
am?
I need you to disable the bank's security gate and pick up Dent's thugs.
I've never acted like a YouTuber.
I'll send a car around now.
Oh my gosh. I don't care about clout. I care about justice. I want you weenies behind bars. I don't care if it gets me views. That's not what this is about. This is about revenge there, sweetie. That's nothing to do with, oh, I might get views on the video. Who cares about that? I want you rotting in prison. I want you to become bed buddies with some guy named Phil who's got muscles for days. That's when I'll, like, toast a wine glass to your name. I want you to suffer. This is not about money. This is not about, you know, anything else. This is about sweet old revenge. No. You barked up the wrong tree when you messed with me. And you've given me Pandora's box, and I am so grateful to you, Jacob the Hater. Thank you so much.
Also, it's interesting that he said
Jeez, he's coming after us!
Jacob,
Get us out of here!
but Jacob hates the Kwings. So actually, in reality, even though we have many nice people named Jacob in our viewers,
Oh, yeah. He probably has the same name on Reddit, too.
I am 90% sure the fact that he put so much emotion into that name and his heart into picking that name, I think that's his real name. I think his first name is Jacob.
That's right.
Because he was trying to show that he hates us.
Well, of course, which means he has a screen name that's associated with that. If he has that name on Reddit, that Reddit is tied to his IP address, which will lead us right to him.
Yeah, because I actually banned a person named Marcus a couple years ago because I found his name on Reddit was also Marcus, and he wrote the same things on Reddit that he was writing in the chat, and both of them were Marcus, and he was writing the same things.
Why do they hate us so much? Because in their eyes we're anti-woke, because we have common sense. So because we're not allies for certain things, and because we've told people, hey, maybe not riot, maybe not steal, maybe not take the medicine or the vaccine until you actually check and make sure it's safe. What else did we say over the years? Don't commit crimes, don't attack police officers, don't like divorce your family over politics. Very simple things. And these people want us dead for it, pretty much. Oh, and my stance on comic book characters. All that stems from that. And so they make up lies that I abuse my wife. They make up lies that I'm a child molester and all kinds of stuff. And I just let them hang out where they are.
How could that even be a thing if you're literally home 24/7?
I don't know.
I don't even know how that would physically even be possible.
They said I'm worse to you than the YouTuber a couple years ago who stabbed his wife 37 times. They say I'm worse to you than that guy.
But you give me hugs every day.
There's no... And what I love about this is they were so callous in coming here and telling me where they are. I've been looking for them for 2 years. 2 years. But as I was saying before, it doesn't cost you any money to make a police report. It doesn't cost you any money to have the police come and visit you. It costs money to ride in an ambulance, but you do not pay the police. Your tax money pays the police. So if you're ever in trouble and you think, oh my gosh, I don't have a credit card for the police, in this country you can just call the cops. They'll come and take a statement, or they'll come rescue you if there's a problem. Or at least they'll try to. But they will take a statement, and then, lo and behold, there's a police report. And then if you have any problems, the police report's open, you go to them, you say, hey, we've got something to add to the case.
Well, hey Naomi. Hey Naomi, says hi looking Amber. I will be able to renew my ultimate for next month.
Just saying.
That's very kind of you, Naomi.
Gotham City taken over by a foreign power. They ain't foreign. You know what I mean. It ain't right.
No, I've been attacked by woke people. I've never been attacked by any vaxxers, like anti-vaxxers.
No, we don't. That's not a huge thing.
They've never bothered us.
We didn't even really talk about that a lot.
Like I've had.
We didn't even talk about that at all because we weren't allowed to during
the original Reddit post.
And also, I never told people to do that or not do it. It was up to their choice if they.
Yeah.
I never told people to get that or not.
The original Reddit post says that I hate black people, that I hate people who vaccinate their kids, I hate people who, you know, I'm transphobic, I'm homophobic.
We have never said we hated any of those people.
I'm against maps and all this stuff.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
normal people are against maps.
I should hope so.
Maps are criminals.
But they have a long list of everything that woke people say. Like they're literally following that religion.
Yeah, but we have never said we hate any of those
But
people.
I will tell you this, Misty, and I'll tell you this in confidence. I've had people who are anti-whatever, and they've come and they've yelled at me about stuff and said they're never watching my channel again. They left me alone. I've had haters who, like, said, I don't agree with you anymore, and they're not obsessed with me, they just leave. And those were, like, quote, normal people, and they got really mad at, like, I don't even remember what it was. It was something I said, I'm not done. Something I said about politics or something, or not politics, something I said about comic books. They had a falling out, they left, they never harassed me. The woke people harass me. They're the ones that have made smear campaigns with the rainbows in their bio, and that one flag, and all this other stuff, and the, I don't know, a yellow and blue flag, and all kinds of stuff. They're the ones that always attack me. The other people that have, like, big American flags or whatever, they get on my case for not being outspoken about politics, but they've never tried to harm me personally. And Christians call me the devil, but they've never actually, you know, tried to put a stake in me. So, they write me really nasty emails I get from Christians that are, like, paragraphs and filled with Bible verses, but I don't really consider that harassment. Because they only write me one time, and then they're like, you need to do better because what you're doing is of the devil, and blah, 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 blah. So.
I mean, I would guess, I mean, it seems to me that almost like 50% of our viewers are black, actually.
Doesn't matter if they are.
It doesn't matter. Like, I can't even see, you know, I mean, some people have their picture in profile pics, but a lot of people don't. I mean,
skin color doesn't define who a person is.
It doesn't actually, why would that even matter? What does that have to do with gaming?
Because I said you shouldn't loot and steal and hurt people and rob them because, you know, the world being shut down. They were like, Kwings hates black people.
What does that have to do with, what are they implying? That, what are they saying?
That's all they said.
But white people loot people and steal stuff too.
Yep.
What are they trying to say?
And actually, I was right about the BLM organization because most of those people did steal money from people. Like I said, you know, there are peaceful protesters, and then there's this group.
Yeah.
So.
And
that group turned out to be bad, didn't it?
And that's, yeah. Naomi was like, "Wait, I'm black, and y'all have been nothing but kind."
That's because in the 90s and the 80s, we're taught to treat people based on not the color of their skin, but the strength of their character. It's a normal thing that parents should be teaching their children at a young age. You cannot judge a person based on their skin color. That's wrong. That's what real racism is. There is no microaggressions. There's no buzzwords that mean different words for the N-word. The N-word is absolutely, inexcusably, forever banned and can never be used in any capacity because it's wrong. You know? There is no underlining words like angry or disappointed or... what else was that nonsense they were doing recently? They were saying, if you use the term thug, if you do all this other stuff, then you're secretly using the N-word. Screw those people. That's not true. You know, the N-word is irrehensible. It's horrible. It should never, ever be said. You know? There is no other, like, abbreviation of it using everyday language to describe someone who's angry or whatever. That's just utter stupidity, and it shows how moronic TikTok is. Like, for even doing that, so... Yeah, I don't believe that nonsense at all.
But, I mean, everyone gets angry no matter what they're...
Right, but if you call somebody angry, now you're using the N-word.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Right, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I get angry. I don't really understand what... I don't really understand what that is. Yeah, I mean, like, I think that they're just crazy. I think it's honestly, I just think it's a, you know, I think it's a, honestly, I think it's just,
how many are there?
You know, it's a huge, it's a...
Oh no, Reddit is a cesspool. It's a hive of villainy and stuff like that. But, you know, people have been trying to shut Reddit down for years.
I think from the beginning, I think we just did our own thing. We just had our own 90s jokes, and we didn't, like, follow the crowd and do whatever everyone wanted. You know, we didn't just, you know, every time, even from the beginning of our channel, like, we didn't, like, even when they had, I mean, I'm just thinking, like, even the simplest thing, like, they had the ice bucket, Everyone's doing it. You have to donate money to this. Everyone's doing it. You know, we didn't end up doing that. And there's a lot of things like that where we didn't end up doing. We were just covering games. We were trying to get involved in a lot of causes and, you know, special, like, things. So people would just say, oh, you're not part of this cause? Well, then you must hate these people.
Ooh.
But that's not true. I mean, we were just trying to keep everything out of it. We were just trying to do our gaming stuff.
And on TikTok, the thing is, I didn't get to finish. Like, what this lady was doing and this other TikToker by changing these words to mean that white people are secretly saying when you use the words angry or use the word thug to describe a black person or something like that, you're secretly using the N-word. Then they say, in order for you to get better, and you're a white person, you can give me money. Right. So they're saying that the only way to fix your racism, it's like you got to either pray it away or you have to give us money.
Right. But I would use, I mean, if there was a criminal that was, you know, like these guys in Gotham or whatever, like...
Thugs is a term to describe criminals.
They're all different kinds of stuff.
Yep.
But I mean, I don't really use that word anyway, except for really in a game. I wouldn't actually, if I saw a criminal next to me, I probably wouldn't say thug, because then they would kill me. So I don't really use that term in real life, just with gaming anyway.
Well, I mean, I'm not.
I mean, unless I'm casually talking about it, maybe in, you know, like with friends or something, and be like, oh. But I probably wouldn't. I usually be like, oh, those people are.
But
here's
the thing. What
criminals or shady.
What they're doing.
The words I use.
What they're doing on TikTok is they're creating and reinforcing a stereotype that doesn't exist by adding new words to describe them. You know, that's not a good thing. There are a handful of people that are thugs that might happen to be black, but not everyone who is black is a thug. By claiming ownership and saying that that word means the N-word, that is an incredibly stupid thing to do, as well as that's going to hurt a lot of people who are African American that aren't even that stereotype. So it's a very stupid thing to say, to claim ownership of that word to describe your race. That is horrible.
That's why I feel like a lot of people that accuse people of racism are in fact themselves racist, because when they say, oh, when you're saying this about criminals, you're really thinking of this race.
The militia
like,
set up a watchtower inside
no, I
the
wasn't.
Urban Rail
I was
station
not
in
thinking
Chinatown.
of that race. You're thinking of that race because you are the one who's racist.
It's very simple.
That's how I feel about them.
Your actions depend if you are a thug or not. If you're a criminal and you rob people, you know, if you go to a store and you don't have any money and you dine and dash, you're a thug. Doesn't matter if you're white, black, Chinese, whatever. If you purposely go to commit a crime and you do something that endangers somebody, you rob somebody, you do whatever, that is a thug-like behavior. That is not good. If you hold somebody up for money outside of a theater, Batman reference, you're a thug. It has nothing to do with your situation. It has to do with your actions. Just like what was happening on Twitter today. People were saying, Anakin, as you grow up and as an adult, you realize that Anakin killing all those kids, he did nothing wrong. He was in the right and the Jedi were wrong. And I was like, hold up, wait a sec.
How is that nothing wrong?
Right, wait a second. Anakin gave in to his anger, his aggression, as well as he was given bad advice from a mentor, and then using his own actions, not the Jedi Council, his own way of doing things. He was the one who actually went and hurt people himself. He chose to do that. He gave in to his emotions. And as Vader, he was well aware of all the bad stuff he did, and that's why he had an inner conflict, because he knew that the atrocities that he did was bad, and he struggled with it. That's why Luke said to him, I can sense the inner conflict in you. There is good in you. So Vader is aware of the bad things he did. He owns it. And, you know, eventually he becomes, I wouldn't say good, but he repents or whatever. But, you know, he's aware that he did bad things, and he's just like, well, this is how I am now. The choices that I made put me into this position. Whereas today, people are like, oh no, that person was bullied and they took a pew-pew and they hurt a bunch of people. It's like, yeah, bullying is terrible, but the person who went and did all that terrible things to innocent people is even worse than the people that bullied him.
Yeah, exactly. You justified to have a stance and not be pulled in. No, they're just splitting the narrative. Yeah, I had a... Oh, wow. Wow. Naomi says, yeah, there was a Mexican kid that called my son the N-word, and somebody told me, well, everyone says it. I told her that it ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Like.
And I know this might seem inappropriate, but my friend who's a doctor in New York City, a guy who I grew up with, who a lot of people would call like a very not a nice term because he's not street, because he's just like a regular guy, but he's a black doctor, and he said the best way for people to stop using the N-word is for everybody to not use it casually, because it's not good to do that, because it's a horrible word that keeps it in culture.
Better if it gets.
Just like people shouldn't be using the word Nazi anymore, because what you do is you give that word power. When you stop using that word, you remove all its impact. There is no, like, you can try to casually take that word, but I guarantee you there are going to be people that continue to abuse that word. So psychology would say stop doing it.
Yeah, I mean, that person, like, even the one person was saying, I feel like some people will think the data reader will say, I feel like some people, even if they use all the right, they will find literally any word in the English language to belittle. They can find any word in the English language to belittle people based on this thing, even if they say all the, they don't even need specific words. And I agree with that. It's like, even if they follow whatever's politically correct, and they say all the right words, they can still look down on people. Like, in their heart, they're still not thinking of people.
Well, what people don't understand is there's prejudice in everything. Like, Amber and I are Christians, but the church doesn't like the fact that we play video games. They look down on us because they're like, why would you make a career based on this? This isn't inappropriate. So they're judging us and creating a prejudice based on what we're doing. They're not okay with it.
It's strange that they would, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's fine.
But from, like, it's strange that they would keep attacking us so much on that, because from even as a little girl, and Luca, you know, he grew up in the church too, like, every Sunday school class I've ever been in, you know, they told us that God made everybody. All human beings, I believe, are, you know, descended from Adam and Eve and descended from Noah. So we're all the same race. That's what I honestly believe. I believe we're the human race.
Mm-hmm.
That we have different skin colors, we're all human race, which means we're all the same. We're all brothers and sisters.
They used to call it, when I was a kid, it was nationality. Different,
that's what I honestly
different place of origin, but we're all part of the same race, which is the human race.
So if I would hate on somebody else's race, I would have to hate myself, since I'm related to everyone.
No need to be subtle.
I'm related to all people on the planet. They're the same race as me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe. And
yeah, but
also,
if you say that kind of stuff, people are
also,
like,
I believe that God is very angry at people. That, like, if I would look down on somebody because they look different than me, God would be very mad at me, and that would be a sin. Because God says you're not supposed to hate your brother or your sister, and you're not supposed to hate your fellow man. So that would be evil.
oh, didn't you know Jesus loved playing the NES? I used to hang out with him back then.
God hates racism. God hates racism.
You're right. It doesn't say anything about that because, like, it didn't exist. But people, and this was my argument with the church years ago, is you have people that you go home, you sit your butts in front of the TV with your television, like, trays and your TV dinners, and you're sitting there watching television for hours, and you say what I do is idol worship, and that I'm doing something demonic. Well, what about the shows you watch? What's the difference between the type of media that you consume that's different than the type of media that I consume? What gives you the right to say that my stuff is demonic but your stuff isn't? And then they look at you like, well, they're like, well, video games are for children, and it's like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, I do believe, though, like, that everyone is entitled to, like, be proud of their culture and heritage, though. Like, because it's not, you know, everybody has their own ethnicity and culture where they're from. And, you know, people people where they're from, and they should be proud of that.
Yeah, people should really love music.
So
But I don't.
I get, and I know that it's, you know, not just skin deep, it's also culture, but I do believe
You're better off
that
dead,
we are all the
Bat.
human race,
Just
and that
look
God,
what happened to us.
that says I do believe all people are, even all people are created equally.
All you have to tell that people is Little Drummer Boy played his drum for Christ, so there you go. Drums aren't bad. Drums, you know, that's all the Little Drummer Boy had. My parents used to tell me that all the time as a kid because I was a drummer. Because I always felt bad. I was like, well, drums is always used in, like, heavy metal that looks very satanic. And they're like, remember the Little Drummer Boy? All he had was his drum, and he played his drum for Christ. So it was like, that always made me feel better. I was like, that's true. So he didn't have any fancy gifts. He didn't have anything. All he had was his drum with him. So, you know, what makes stuff evil is the lyrics. Is, you know, music itself is not, this is the thing, music itself is not bad. Music itself is just music. When you add certain lyrics that could be perceived as very bad or evil or something like that, then yeah, then that is what it is. But music in general is, music is just music. It's just instruments making sound. You know. So that's why I don't, there is, like, because there's all types of music that's fine. This is why, like, I don't know, just like dealing with like church people is so exhausting for me sometimes, because it's like they just, it feels like they're just there to argue. So I just don't even deal with it. Whenever I go to church, I'm just quiet. I don't interact with people at all because I just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, never mind, I can't even go into it. I can't even talk about it.
That's fine. Probably shouldn't.
It's just like...
I don't think there's a third person, Batman. Yeah, honey, if you don't...
Yeah,
I'd probably move away from something.
Another man down. Don't let him stop us. Stay away, Bat, or I'll blow the crap out of you.
But to me, every single person in this chat is made in God's image. So you guys are all, like, wonderful people. And, you know, it's not what you look like that defines you. It's your actions and it's your principles. So I think that makes you pretty cool people in my book. So I don't think stereotypes define anybody. I think stereotypes are mean, vindictive, and I wish stereotypes would go away because stereotypes cause more harm than good. The only time that stereotypes should be accepted is in a parody format. That's my personal opinion. Oops. I think I lost it. Oh, he's too busy stealing. He's not even paying attention. Works for me. Bye-bye.
I do believe some, you know, obviously, like, some, you know, not everyone has like, I do think that sometimes life is unfair, more unfair to some people than others. I do believe that. But I do believe that each of us has great potential within ourselves. There's no, like, you know, I think that we all, that God gives us all, you know, I don't think any,
well, look at it.
I think, like, what life can be, I think everyone has the potential.
Look at me though. I grew up in poverty. According to the internet, I'm supposed to have some type of privilege that it's wrong that I was in. I needed to cash my privilege card to get out of poverty, or I wasn't supposed to go in debt. I'm white. You know, I wasn't supposed to live in the ghetto. I'm white. Something wrong. Something happened. My parents didn't do the right thing. You know, and I couldn't help where I was born. What I did though is I worked really hard to get out of my circumstances. You know, I could have chosen to live in a dumpy apartment my whole life and been like, oh, I need people to take care of me, but I decided, no, I don't want to do that. I want to work hard and I want to change my circumstances. Even though I was disabled. Doggone it, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I feel that I feel that we all have different cards that
It's
were
fate,
dealt.
Batman.
Some people, I think,
Don't try and
are
fight
dealt
it.
very hard cards from the beginning. Like, depending on, you know, just, you know, your family's income or even your grandparents' income or, you know, just everything like that. But I do think that, you know, like...
Oops.
Two-Face
You know,
cut the alarm. I need to be quiet.
all we can do is do the best with what we're given. And I think that...
He's too dumb to figure that out.
I think everyone's on their own journey in life. But yeah, I don't think, basically what I'm saying is, I don't, you know...
What are you saying? Because I'm
I
getting
have no
confused
idea.
now.
I have no idea what I'm saying.
Kind of going around in circles.
Basically,
that I'm losing
okay, I'm not, I won't.
Yeah, me neither.
Nada.
Okay, keep looking.
Oh no.
But I lost you.
Is he dead?
Where are you?
Over here.
We're proud of you. I haven't done anything. The only thing I'm happy about is my day turned from sad to very exciting. But here's the thing. They're probably going to have a jump head start on cleaning up their act because, like, I'm too busy with my channel. I got to spend weeks remonetizing, and I'm dealing with this whole Nagato thing. I can, you know, update that officer and be like, hey, I think a lot of this is happening on Reddit. And, you know, give that information. But other than that, I can't personally investigate and do other things because it's going to take me weeks to get the channel fully monetized. I'm dealing with the YouTube partners who haven't been paid. I haven't been paid. So the whole Reddit thing is going to have to be a side job or a side quest. The main quest is Nagato right now. And I don't have time to go and look for Riddler trophies. I will eventually. I will get to it. And I will invest a lot of time into it. But right now, I don't have time to go and gather the different Riddler trophies. So I appreciate the breadcrumbs, and that's really going to help things later on. But my priorities are not these weirdos right now.
It's tails for this chump. We'll tell your wife you're sorry.
But I thank them for making it easier. It was very nice.
I just don't want to talk about that weird Peter person anymore. Because I think the person is just
Matt don't know it, but he saved the best for last.
No. From the mouth comes truth. So he said something that is very... If I was a vampire, he just invited me into his club.
Basically, what I was thinking about was, like, this...
That's 2 bullets for each kid.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I would let it go, Amber.
I am gonna let it go.
Picking us off like a damn coward.
Because you're almost sounding like a politician that's trying to tiptoe over something.
I would, but I didn't do what I was thinking about.
Right, so you should just let it go. You have to learn how to move on.
Tails again? Hey, I'll move today.
Is that the only guy left? Yep, that's the only guy left.
Batman, I knew you wouldn't let this slide. Remember when I had the principal? Remember when I told Gordon we should arrest you? Said we shouldn't work with vigilantes. You promised me we'd crush crime in Gotham within the year.
Was I ever part of the plan? Or was I just a distraction? A pretty boy lawyer the mob could focus all that hate on, while you tore them apart.
Last chance. Get out of my way, or I deal with you myself.
Cash. The Drescher Bank's secure. Send a car for dense men.
On it.
Okay. And guys, I'm gonna do one more stream after this. What is it? Episode 7, part 7. Yeah, part 7.
Yeah, I was just trying to answer some of the weird claims from Reddit in my mind, but I'm not going to.
No, you can't because
That's what I was gonna like refer to all of them and answer them on the video, but I just don't want to go into it because
those people.
I think those people are just crazy, and there's no reason for me to talk about those.
There
crazy things.
is no reason to try to reason with a crazy person. No matter how hard you try to emphasize with them and try to meet them where you can't, because they're already full-blown crazy. You cannot compromise with them, and they are evil. You have to see it in your mind, and you have to know that those people are beyond redemption. They're snakes, they're evil, they're vile, and there is no working with them. There is no getting along with them. It's either they crush you, or you crush them. And I'm gonna be the one that crushes them. Especially now that I know where their clubhouse is. I'm gonna have so much fun when I actually attempt those Riddler trophies in the fall. Oh my gosh. But I don't have time for them, so I'm gonna have to pen them in later. They're on the very bottom of my totem pole of things that I need to take care of. I think they're related to the swatting, but I don't have proof yet.
I bet one of the
But
Watchtower
I think they might be.
the bat first. Loser has to tell the Arkham Knight he'd look better with a cape.
So I feel pretty good. I haven't felt this good in days, actually. I've been down in the dumps, and now I have something to look forward to. It's like a new game release for me.
We keep hitting Batman's car.
The potential of me ruining a bunch of people's lives is very exhilarating. Especially if they're not associated with it. It's just a happy bonus. It's just like knocking down dominoes.
Where's Batman been hiding?
If you're tired, you can just... People come on here because they want to destroy you, Ambright. I already told you. It's be destroyed or destroy. There is no in between. There's no mercy. There's no forgiveness. There is either you go down or they go down. And I'm not going down, so it's up to them. I'm gonna die, though. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Blah.
Eye on the sky now.
That's how the world works, honey.
Well, I love our viewers.
Our haters aren't our viewers, they're enemies.
I know, I love the people in the chat.
People in the chat are fine.
And I don't know why the haters would say something so wrong, because
Because
I don't believe
evil people relish in people's misery, and when they're down, because they're satanic, they are literally the devil. They are possessed, so that they do wicked things because that's just who they are. It's just what it is.
He's no different. Just got better gear.
And they prove it by their deeds that they are wicked. It's in the Bible. They are wicked. They are evil. It is what it is. You can't convince me otherwise. Oops. I screwed up. Ooh, if I can pull this off. I think I can, though. I'm gonna get shot though. Yep.
Come on, Bruce. You can't die.
In this world, Amber, there is good guys and there are bad guys. And they are bad. That's all you need to know. The battle against good and evil, there's good, which is you, and there's evil, which is them. It's that simple.
I heard they found some footage on the airships.
So then what you do is you take evil and you crush it!
The streets when that thing goes off.
Otherwise you show weakness.
That nearly screwed the contingency plan too.
Well, I was way in the dark about what they all the stuff that they said. I don't feel like I have
Nope, you don't.
I didn't
See, the world thinks that there is gray areas and that there's not good and evil because the devil is trying to tell people that there's no good and evil anymore. But you can see evil all around you. What's happening with like these protesters, what's happening with like the woke people, like they're demonic. Like they're literally possessed by Satan. You can see it in their eyes. Have you noticed like when these people do those videos and they have a certain look to them and they have like this almost like evil like look to their face and they're just like yelling randomly, like they have Tourette's or something? Those people are demonic. You can see it. I'm not even a very religious person and I can tell that those people are evil. You know? But when you look at your eyes are very sweet and kind. And when people hurt you, you're very hurt and disturbed and sad. You know? So there's sweetness and kindness, and
Don't
then
head
there's evil.
towards the light, Bruce. It's not fair. They'll never let me in.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do this one. Because I don't have a tool to disable that camera that's right there. So I can't do this. I can't defeat those guys. Well, actually. Actually. What does that say? Sabotage, no. What does this say? Disruptor, sabotage. Nope. That is explosive gel.
I wish they wouldn't say that kind of stuff.
They're always going to say stuff, honey. It's always going to happen. I'm sorry,
It's
but that's
very
just what it
hurtful
is.
because it's wrong.
Mm-hmm. I know, but they actually want to see you in misery, so your reaction is just giving them more fuel. Because you can tell by your demeanor that you're upset. And you have every right to be upset. But I'm just telling you. A special combo explosive gel. Nope, not going to do that. Not going to do that. Well, no, not going to do that. What about...
It even says in the Bible you're not supposed to be a respecter of persons. Which means you're not supposed to treat some people better than others.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that that's wrong.
Mm-hmm. So, unfortunately, they made the mistake of going after me, so now I'm going to destroy them. That's how it works. Other YouTubers like to leave people alone, make lots of videos. I like to do stuff behind the scenes. Because I don't like having people that don't like me. It bothers me. Especially ones that try to give me harm. So then, you know, people are free to say whatever they want, but once they actually try to do stuff that I deem inappropriate, game over.
Okay.
They're on the internet because I allow it. I don't allow it anymore. Let's see. Charge stun. Nope. That's not it. Where do I have a...
Find a remote hacking device.
You have to find a remote hacking device?
Find a different spot to use the remote hacking device.
Really? I don't have to upgrade it? Are you sure? Because, it's not working.
Without that car, Batman's nothing. He needs to test himself properly against real soldiers.
Relax, honey.
I just don't like them bringing stuff
I don't know
up
where
because
that
it
penguin guy
brings
got these
tension
guns,
and
but
that.
whatever
Well, of
they
course,
are,
they're there to
they
bring
make it
tension,
It makes everyone
malice.
feel sad because we weren't even thinking that kind of stuff, and then they started saying mean things.
Well, of course, we were... this
They're the
is why,
They're the
ladies and
ones
gentlemen,
saying weird stuff.
this is why there's proof of good and evil. Is because Amber and I were having a great day. We got into a new network. And then you had these little demonic weasels come by and hijack the conversation of the channel. They came in, they did their little thing. They were planted here by Satan. Pretty much. You can't say that it was just a coincidence because we were having a great day. We got our channel out of a very dubious company. We started making money again. Lo and behold, these people creep up like they're planted. I'm just saying. It's very convenient. They just happen to show up randomly. Like, they could tell that we were having good vibes or something, and they just randomly showed up. But it's very interesting that in their mistake, they told us where they are. They've never done that. One sec, guys. They're hacking us. Oh, ye who are so tolerant. Okay. Alright. You said I have to do it on the ground level? Uh-oh. I don't think doing it on the ground level is going to do anything. I think you have to wait until later in the game. See? Wish I could throw an ice grenade up there. Freeze it. That'd be nice. I mean, if I can't do this right now, I can't do it right now. It's not a big deal. But, I think we need to get the next stream started anyway, because the channel's kind of dipping, and I have another stream planned anyway. You need to upgrade the remote hacking device? Yeah, I figured that. I figured that. But we did a lot of stuff in this episode. So guys, there's going to be one more episode tonight if you want to head over there. Thank you guys for testing the super chat. I'm going to contact the new owner of the channel or whatever. Or it's not really the owner of the channel. It's a company we work with to see if the super chats went through on their end. It looks like there was some stuff that happened here. But I don't want you guys wasting your money or anything until we know for sure. So thank you for the test. I'll let you know what they say. If it showed up in their CMS. If it didn't show up in their CMS, then obviously it didn't work. So, but we'll worry about that when the time comes, okay? You guys will be redirected to the next stream. Do not super chat anymore tonight. On the next stream, we were testing it. And again, I will let you know. If you guys want to help the channel, you can go to Patreon. Yeah, it's funny. A grifter would tell you keep super chatting anyway. But anyway, yeah, so hold off on that, and I will see you guys on the next stream. We're going to do more of the story, I guess, which would be Ivy, and I don't think there's any more side quest stuff to do. I don't believe so, okay? Alright, guys, I'll see you on the next one, so in a few minutes, okay? God bless, happy gaming, see you in a bit.